And hello everyone, and welcome to Kentucky, race number 6 of the NRLOA NASCAR Classic Cup Series, or NCCS. The KFC 400, 40 laps, around this mile and a half. This will be interesting over the course of this one, because while we will be having a pit stop around lap 25, I would say, track position is going to be a little more important than it has in previous races at this track and other series that I've done, but not crucial. If you're starting toward the back, you can still work your way forward, and likewise, if you're starting up at the front, you can drop back if your car is not handling well. It's all a matter of where you feel most comfortable running on the racetrack, whether it be up front or bit further back, at least for a little bit, where you can kind of move around where you want to, run whichever lane you want to. I'm not making any sense. I'm just going to shut up and take a look at the starting positions. Zachary Fitzwater on the pole position, the number 90, and Ben Krautz to his outside. That is the front row, the 90 and the 22. Marcos Alejandro with an extra qualifying run in third, and Jonathan Rains in fourth. Benny Watson in fifth, and Tristan Allen sixth. Zach Bryan and Christian Parker, and then William Brock and Wyatt Walker round out the top 10. As we look on through here, Samantha LeBron, who's way up there in the points, starting way toward the back. But again, like I said, you can certainly work your way forward. We'll just have to see. But Mia Leathers, coming into this race, I think, as the point leader. Or I could be wrong. I did not go over to look. I've been rather busy leading up to this race. Had a lot going on. And just now getting around to it. It's about a quarter after 11 at night. But Mia Leathers starting 23rd. For this one, we'll just have to see how it will play out. Again, a pit stop will be taking place around lap 25, I would say. We'll just have to see how this will go. So, without much further ado, let's fire the engines. Let's get the KFC 400 going.
Drivers, start your engines!
The engines are fired. Just make sure everyone's going smoothly, and indeed they are. This race was originally going to be at Nashville, but due to some problems I had with the track, it has been moved here. I think the racing should actually be a little bit better. But we will be having a pit stop. Don't usually do that whenever we come here on the channel, but we'll just have to see. So the pace car is in, getting ready to go. Race number 6 of the NRLOA NCCS. Coming into the restart zone. Green flag is in the air. Marcos Alejandro going to lead the first lap in the number 5. Already going to go 4 wide here. Fitzwater way up high and is actually going to get a good run there. You can see at the outside lane in turns 1 and 2 is actually the preferred way to go. We have a crash already, and the 88 is going around. Incident on lap number 2. We'll see how many it collected. But that is a caution. Alejandro going to lead. Jonathan Rains, Zachary Fitzwater, Benny Watson, and Christian Parker, the top 5 currently involved. Riley Spurley appeared to have been in it. Ethan Thames, there's Isaac Snyder and Brandon Gomez. Chris Hayden and Matthew Phillips. And the car that I saw go around initially, Diego Ypez, the number 88. But not all of them have too much damage. Let's see what happened here. Probably that's a big spin though. So it does look like there's going to be trouble. We're going to get a good angle of it here? Not really. But we'll get a good view of the aftermath. Those are some pretty good hits there. Also some damage probably going to be for the 40, or the 43 of not Isaac Snyder, Sandy Garrett. Yeah, some of those cars did take some fairly decent hits. So we'll just have to see how that will affect them throughout the course of this race. It doesn't look like that should knock any of them out of the race. So we'll just see here. Contact! That looks like the number 2 of Justin Zidell is what caused that one. Well, lucky break there. The 94 didn't get hit, as everyone else got back going. So Snyder on the pit road, Diego Ypez, Ethan Thames all on pit road. We'll just have to see. Doesn't look like any of the front runners have pitted. Again, they will need to pit at some point in this race. Again, about lap 25 is about what I'm thinking. But looks like everyone will stay on the lead lap for the restart. Golly, I'm exhausted. I should not be doing this race right now, but I want to get it out because I usually record these the day before that they actually get uploaded. And I would like to get this race out on Friday the 27th because I know that I won't have the chance to get one out on Saturday because I'm planning, this isn't certain, but I'm planning that's when sign-ups will be for the late model series. The late model tour, I should call it. So lights appear to be out on the pace car, so it looks like we'll be taking the green flag on lap 7. I'm going to be very careful here. Quick blip it, another blip, there we go. So Marcos Alejandro in the race lead, driving the number 5 Chevrolet. Then a Ford. Actually, 1, 2, 3, that is a Chevrolet leading 4 Fords up here in the top 5, with the 2 Kmart cars running 4th and 5th. Benny Watson and Christian Parker. Going back to the green flag here. Green flag back in the air. Lap number 7. Great jump there for Fitzwater. He's going to look to the outside of the 32. Zach Ryan trying to get by the 26. And will indeed do so. And that is a great run there for the 90. Going to try and make the move on the 32. I'm going to look and see how those damaged cars are doing shortly once we all get up to speed. Marcos Alejandro currently leading, going 3 wide behind him. And Zach Ryan on the far low side. Here comes William Brock as well. And you can see that inside lane, not as much grip and not as much banking. So, being about a lane or 2 up is actually where you want to be. But through here, it's pretty even. You can get a decent run off of the corner, but hold your own on the inside. You can run just about any lane you want to in 3 and 4. But if you're going side by side, like what Zach Ryan's doing right now, looking to the inside of Marcos Alejandro, you can see Alejandro with a big run off the corner as compared to the 42. And that will work out in his favor. But Benny Watson has not had a great start to this series. Of course, the founder of the NRLOA himself. Driving that number 66. Driving that number 66. Godly. I am way out of it. But some other drivers that we haven't seen much up front so far this season, which we're seeing doing pretty well right now. We're going to include Wyatt Walker in the number 20. There's the number 8, Sean McKean, on the low side. Mark Davidson has definitely shown some speed in these first few races. Because had things not go his way, he would really like to capitalize on his speed. But we got 30 laps to go here at Kentucky. William Brock looked for the lead, but again, the 5 with the run on the high side able to get well ahead. That number 5 is really, really quick. Now Fitzwater trying to get second place again. That is a pretty big pack of cars. We're going to go ahead and see how the damage cars are faring. Sandy Garrett dropping back the most. Diego Yepes and Isaac Snyder. But they're not catastrophically off the pace. As a matter of fact, Riley Spurley and Brandon Gomez, who were both involved in that, not doing too bad. If anything, they may have just had to check up or something. But I do know that the 10 went around, and Ethan Thames is actually doing a pretty decent job of hanging on so far. But if this goes green long enough, we'll just have to see if those cars become a problem. And now going 3 wide for the race lead, and holy smokes! Golly. If that 5 does not lose the lead on pit stops, I almost don't see anyone being able to take him down. He is really showing speed right now. It looks like the pace is actually picking up. Zachary Fitzwater running his personal best lap that last time by. This time by might be a little slower, yep. But William Brock running his personal best that time. Fitzwater going to try and use the high side there. Alejandro actually a 10th off with his best lap. Has just been doing what he's needed to do. Ben Krautz and Tristan Allen are also up here on the low side. And Dale Salzman, the number 9. Haven't spoken much about that 9 car so far this season. They're running top 10 right now. Looking on the low side of the 50 and the 66. Still got a long way to go. About another 10 laps till pit stops, maybe less. Could also come down to whether pitting early or late would be the better move. Because on some tracks, pitting earlier helps with newer tires. But actually on most tracks, staying out longer helps. But you got to pit at some point. As man, Fitzwater darn way out of line there. Trying to get as good of a run as he can into the corner. But it won't quite work. William Brock will pull away. All still running down the 5 of Marcos Alejandro. It's holy smoke, speaking of runs. William Brock got one heck of a run right there. Ben Krautz now 3rd in the 22. Led quite a few laps at Bristol. Brought it home 2nd. And now also with the run, going to try to the low side of the number 40. A lot of battling going on from 2nd on back. Marcos Alejandro is loving every minute of it. Evan Hunter, the number 11 there on the low side, right behind that white and blue 99. On his way toward the front. On the low side here, going 4 wide there. That was close. Nearly made contact. There were a few cars there. Ben Crouch now all by himself with the 5. He's going to try the low side here. There he goes. But he's being smart there. He's not going all the way to the low side. So he stays relatively close. And if things go his way here, might be able to make something happen. Zach Ryan, the 42. Actually, now looking at the low side of the 22. Dale Salzman up into the 5th position. As we're going to take the halfway point next time by. Big run there for the 22. The 50, Tristan Allen also using the high side to his advantage. And try and get to the outside of the 9. Fitzwater, the number 90. White Walker, the number 20. Still holding their own up here. Getting a little messy further back here, but everyone else just kind of running their own race, doing their own deal. Seeing how this plays out. And then they're trying to run it down when we get to pit stops. Or after pit stops, I should say. Which should be getting pretty close. Still Alejandro, Crouch, Brock, and Salzman, the top four. Zachary Fitzwater and Zach Ryan. Pulling away here. Brock to the low side. Could actually give the run to the 22. Salzman will get by fairly comfortably. Maybe looking to the inside here. Not quite enough momentum. Almost. Was the 22. Is the 9 needing to check up a little bit there. Golly. 29.0. That 9 car's fastest lap. Wonder if anyone's run a 28 yet. That would be one heck of a task. But Marcos Alejandro getting close to leading the most laps. That is a good few bonus points if you're able to do so. Lap 23. Those cars stay out on the racetrack. Kraut's going to try again. He's got Salzman right there. Salzman now trying to get underneath the 22. Got William Brock and Zachary Fitzwater up here battling as well. 40 way down low. Going to go 3 wide. So Jonathan Raines holding his own. As they still have not pitted. So may have miscalculated a little bit. Or maybe again it's just another case of the fuel use INI finally taking effect. It took it this dang long. As the field is actually starting to spread out a little bit. Just a little bit. It's not like they're strung out, but yeah, they're not all that on top of each other. Not nearly as much as they were. But 15 laps to go. Still got a fair ways to go. Still got that pit stop, which now, if I had to take a guess with where the fuel use is set, might not be for another few laps. Probably around lap 30, actually. Maybe even later. We'll just have to see. Oh, no, I take that back. William Brock is in as he spun Dale Salzman around coming onto pit road. And that has resulted in a caution. Someone threw the grass. But that may have either massively benefited or hurt those cars who just came in. The caution came out before they took the stripe. So that might help them out, as I just heard another incident by the sound of it. Or was that just... Okay, all looks good. All looks normal as pit road will open this time. What we're going to see from strategy is now the question. But coming onto pit road, Dale Salzman getting spun out as they were trying to slow it down. Looked like by the 40. We're going to watch officially here as he is checking up. William Brock tries to come down there and just miscalculates it that little bit. Whoa! Patrick Smith. Did he get turned on there or did he zoom onto there? If so, that's going to be a bit of an unfair advantage. But the 21 comes zooming down there. He may have gotten turned, I'm not sure. And you see, he's on the high side, and then all of a sudden, nope! Wow, he did. So that's a little iffy. Oh, man. Yeah, that's the one thing that this track does. Sometimes the AI do that. We'll have a quick on board with the number 40 of William Brock. See exactly what happened with that spin. A little further back. Because he's wanting to come down pit road, but he's got the 20 down there, so he's in a bit of a tough spot. So a tricky position there for the 40. Could have maybe given the 9 more room, but at the same time that would have probably meant that he would not have made it to the commitment line. And he would have had to have gone around and he would have lost all that track position. Probably lost the lap eventually. So now it's a matter of where everyone stacks up, because that caution came out obviously as they were pitting, so that could actually result in some issues. Not too sure, but it actually looks like Marcos Alejandro has remained on the racetrack. I'm not too sure why you would stay out right now, but it looks like Alejandro, Evan Hunter, Jonathan Rains, Mark Davidson, Christian Parker, Benny Watson, Ian Canario, Derek Hamill, Bob Bobson, Nick Kennedy, Chris Hayden have all remained on the racetrack and have not pitted. I think Patrick Smith on back already have. So that means probably we're gonna go green and they're gonna come right into the pits. Which I'm not exactly sure what the luxury of that strategy would be, but okay. Apparently they see a benefit toward it. But it'll be 10 laps. Obviously they can't go the rest of the way. But the top 12 still have to pit. Marcos Alejandro, with the dominant car, has led the most laps, so he will collect those bonus points. But I don't know, I feel like these drivers may have thrown it away. But we'll just have to see. You never know what's going to happen. Going to take 10 laps to go. Green flag out once again. After the second caution of the race. Alejandro holds it for now. Rains to the low side of Hunter. As cars in the wall already, looks like someone has run out of fuel. And it is Bob Bobson. Golly, we got many cars running out here. I'm not surprised, in all honesty. This could result in a stack up. And a potential crash. And that indeed has happened. Tom Jonas is destroyed. And this actually may have been what they were hoping to do. Well, not hoping to do, but what they were hoping would happen. Is that they could catch a caution, pit, and not lose a lap. So they'll still have a shot at a really good finish. At least those who weren't involved. Assuming that they could at least make it to their pit stalls. Which if they can't, then they're screwed. But one of the first I saw to go around there was the two of Justin Zidell. That much I saw. Samantha LeBron is smoking. So that will likely be her race over. She was right up there in the point standings. That is not what she wants. Cement Oskin with damage as well, the number 25. So everyone just running out of fuel, causing a stack up. I don't really like the play because now that some of them have spun out, they're not going to make it to their pit stalls. And that was the first one. Actually, yeah, there were a few there. One of them was Zidell getting into the bank of Watson. Yeah, that is just an absolute cluster right there. So Zidell is out. William Brock is now the race leader with Tristan Allen second. Ethan Thames in third. Ben Kraus and Zach Ryan. Wyatt Walker, Michael Canto. Patrick Smith. Zachary Fitzwater and Riley Spurley are now the top 10. But golly, this has played out to be rather bizarre. Who we got out as a result of that? Tom Jonas now retires, along with Zidell and LeBron. So two of the Penske teammates. Benny Watson, Bob Bobson, and Chris Hayden have gone a lap down. Ian Canario also out of the race, the number 14. So tough breaks there. How many laps are we going to have to go here? Lights are still on the pace car. So it looks like we're looking at probably 5 laps. A 5-lap shootout. Let's see. Do they go out this time? Yes, they do. 5 laps. That is how long these drivers will have to make up ground, get by that 40. And to anyone restarting back there, try and make up as many spots as they can. This has been pretty interesting for the KFC 400. Weird play. Not too sure what those drivers were thinking. But hey, it is what it is. They thought they could get away with it. And some of them actually will. Some of them will. And might actually have a shot at a good finish. Into the restart zone. William Brock leads him back. Green flag back in the air. Good jump for the 40. Five laps to go at Kentucky. Got the 40, the 50, and the 10. 1, 2, and 3. Dodge, Chevy, Pontiac. As Allen with a great run here to the inside. Coming to 4 laps to go. Can he clear the 40 through the tri-oval? If he does so, it'll put him in a greatly preferred position. Going into turn number 1. He's all but clear, but he's running the higher lane. Can he stay ahead? For now he does. But the 40 going to try the crossover. William Brock looking to get it back once again. Ben Krautz to the low side as well. There's Wyatt Walker. Don't count him out yet. With 3 to go. And Brock will clear the 50. Allen going to use the outside lane to get the momentum going down the straightaway here. We're going to go around. Will they save it? Salzman and that looked like the 3 of Matthew Phillips. They have gone around. That is a massive crash. The race is on for the win. William Brock, is he going to get a second win? It looks like he will. Caution is out. They take 2 laps to go. Race will finish under caution. And William Brock going to become the first multi-time winner this season. Winner at Daytona. Looks like he'll get it here if he is able to navigate this white flag lap. Dale Salzman went around. Contact with Matthew Phillips, the number 3, triggering a chain of events that led to essentially a big one. Or the big one, I should say. And Cement Oskin looked like he arc-braked his way in there. So Brock behind the pace car taking the white flag. It looks like it is going to be William Brock winning with Tristan Allen 2nd, Ben Krautz 3rd, Wyatt Walker 4th, and Zach Ryan 5th. Ethan Thames with an excellent run here. He has had a very poor season. I think that he is last in points. He will finish 6th. Pole sitter Zachary Fitzwater in 7th. Michael Canto 8th. Joe Broadway will get it to 9th, and Carter Friesen top 10. Dominic Anthony up to 11th, and actually Matthew Phillips recovered. Looks like he'll finish 12th. As they head down the back straightaway for the final time behind the pace car. I'm just going to get them through here. That's the only time. I'm going to accelerate that. But the KFC 400 here at Kentucky. Get adjusted here. There we go. Do the trioval for the final time. And for the second time this season, the checkered flag waves for William Brock. Now a 2-time winner this season. And a 3-time winner in the NCCS. Winner of the last race of the first season back on the old channel. When he was driving the 45. He won at Indianapolis. He won the first race of this season. And he wins race number 6 at Kentucky. So big congrats there. Before we go take a look at final results, let's head on back and see what happened. Whoa, whatever Hunter was doing there. That was weird. But let's find out exactly what caused this incident. Contact between the 9 and the 3. But exactly how did that result? Oh! The 9 had nothing to do with it, nor did the 3. Not sure who that was, but then the 9 just bounces up, collects Matthew Hartford, the 33, and major ARCA brakes there. 25 just flying in there. Slamming into the 75 of Derek Hamill and the 26 of Christian Parker. So not how they wanted their day to end. We still got a fair ways to go in the season. Still got 11 races to go if I'm not mistaken. But what even caused that? Whoops. So it's the 10 getting clipped by the 4 of Michael Canto. And then that just triggered a chain reaction. Great save there by the 44. A lot of cars are going to get through there. They're actually going to emerge with probably at least reasonable finishes. Thanks to getting through that. But dang. That's just how it goes. So 3 total cautions for this race. And that is how it will end up. So those are your top 28. Marcos Alejandro, after leading the most laps, 16th. But still, got a lot to be proud of for that 5 team. Great job. Mia Leathers 21st. So that begs the question of if we might have a new point leader or not. We'll just have to see. So those are your full race results. Go ahead and export that, and we will go see how this shakes up the point standings in just a moment. Let me just make sure I do have it. I'm right. Yeah, race 6, because it is almost midnight, and I am incredibly out of it. I should not be doing this race right now, but that was pretty good. That was pretty interesting. Quite bizarre at times, almost. So we'll go take a look at the point standings, but first, as always, victory lane celebration for the winner, which in this case, William Brock, winning the KFC 400. So, point standings following the KFC 400 have been massively shaked up. But Mia Leather still hangs on to it. Actually has extended it by quite a bit now, over 100 points. But Riley Spurley is now 2nd, Carter Friesen is 3rd, Samantha LeBron drops to 4th, Tristan Allen to 5th, Nick Kennedy 6th, Tom Jonas 7th, Isaac Snyder, Michael Canto, and William Brock jumping into the top 10 with that win. Cody Reynolds, Bob Bobson, Zach Ryan, Ben Crouch, and Chris Hayden in the top 15. But you can see how much movement we've had. Ian Canario loses 7. Fitzwater gains 4. Wyatt Walker gains 11. Of course, some 8-spot gains for Allen and Brock. Joe Broadway gaining ground way down there. Dominic Anthony gaining ground. Chris Hayden, Nathan Stapleton, and Christian Parker are all losing a lot of ground. As we look down through the standings, still got a long way to go. Still got 11 races. Next race is Texas, and I do hope to stream that. Not exactly sure when, but I do hope to stream that. I do very much plan on doing so. But golly, I need to get some rest. I should not have done this race right now, but hey, that was good. Hope you enjoyed it. And I am already looking forward to the next one. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you everyone for watching
I will be seeing you for the next NCCS race, which again at Texas. And again, keep an eye out for signups for the Beach City Grand Tour. Little late model series. Just 10 races probably, but we'll have fun with that. On some local short tracks. But that'll be fun. So yeah, thank you everyone, and see ya in the next one. Until then, take care, and bye for now.